90 degrees west, which comes through this Mississippi, which comes into Mexico, the Gulf of Mexico. And you understand the Olmec and the Aztec lands. This incorporates these areas as well. These were also part of their territories as far north here to the flat tops, mound areas here, even as far north as you see here, up into Chicago, Minnesota, even down to the Gulf, because of the rivers flowing through. So here is just a list that are listed here in this book, Pyramids in America, of pyramids. You can see me at the Etowah Mounds here, looking uh, on how we could establish a civilization, how the ancients established their civilizations, and how they function, trade. Being near the river is essential, as you see Alabama's uh, mounds here, is essential to this development of this ancient priesthood. When we look here at the Americas, the ancient Shemites, ancient Semitic people. So when you look all the way from Alabama, where you'll find the Basilsaurus, the king lizard, even into Arizona, a lot of the sites here from the priests coming up from Mexico are connected with the Aztec. You see, just driving through these areas, you'll see many mountain sites with these type of pegs hanging out of them in the different areas from the Grand Canyon all the way south going into Mexico. So when you look at Arkansas in their areas, the Toltec mounds there, which some would say have no relation to the actual Toltec, which could be debatable. But when you see here the naming, however, the naming of the street is named Toltec. So when you look at the connection, the distance between the Toltec of Mexico and Arkansas is not that far of a distance when you understand the sea, the Gulf there. California's areas and their mounds and sacred sites, Colorado, Florida. So the essential, when you look at praise and worship in the Americas, these lands, this is why Hollywood can sell the culture. In the book Sacred Mysteries Among the Mayas and Quiche, it mentions about the Freemasonry styles here in Umuxal and how they relate to the Temple of Solomon with the supplement inscription Queen Mu and the Egyptian Sphinx. These books were the results of the labors of Dr. Le Polion and his evacuations in ancient cities made in the Yucatan and Mexico, where he found many of these signs and symbols in use among us, but it's the prolonged square. And he tells us that amongst us he found 3 temples together with oblong squares, with partition between each traces of Masonic rites in the first and second, third degrees, and evidence on the walls respectively. Most of these temples are at Amuxal and were surrounded by the triangular arc above a square, which all will understand the origin of which we shall have to mention hereafter. Here we must call particular attention to the form